Today we're going to be comparing two water bottles that have really been hitting the shelves on the market. It's quite controversial which is the better one, and honestly I think that I know what my favorite is. Now you guys know it, you love it, or at least you did love it. This is the Stanley Quencher Refresher. This is my 30-ounce Stanley. If you've seen my previous video, I do have a 40-ounce as well as a 20-ounce. This thing went completely viral a couple years back. People were losing their minds over the Stanley, and probably still are, to be honest. I will say the Stanley brand really does know how to cater to women. They know that we love a good aesthetic. They know that if you offer variety and color, someone's gonna buy it. And this one I actually won from a Secret Santa, or was it Secret Santa? A white elephant gift, that's what it was. And I enjoyed it for a while. Now the biggest gripe about the Stanley is that it spills, and it does. It leaks in the most ridiculous ways. If it's not sitting on a flat surface, just expect it to fall over at some point and spill out water everywhere. It's really not ideal. Aside from it spilling, I really have not had any issues with my water not being cold or being hot. I've always really gravitated towards these when I do need water at my bedside at night, and I think these are a really great option to have when you want to keep your water cool. However, Stanley does have a competitor now. I'm going to introduce you guys all to my OWALA bottle. This water bottle, where have you been all my life? Now this is in the 20-ounce. They do have others, I believe, in a 32 and a 40-ounce. So I believe this is the smallest of its kind, and it's just so amazing. I love everything about it. First of all, I love this color combo. OWALA is known to have kind of crazy color palettes within their water bottles. Some of them are really cute. Some of them are like, I don't know about that. Let me tell you about the OWALA, because I just think it is so practically made for almost any occasion. So first of all, we have this little notch right here that kind of locks everything in place, right? But also can be used as like a carabiner to hook onto whatever you need to, or just use it as a carrier, which I love because I live in a 2-story house. So in the morning and at night when I'm going up and down stairs and I'm running out of hands, I'm carrying my laptop, a kid, my phone, something like that, I can at least do the mom thing and make room for it and just hook it onto my pinky. Right here, you'll notice there is a little button. When you press the button, it, well, does that. It flings back the lid. I did read some people didn't like that because then water kind of like splashes over. It's nothing that has ever bothered me, nor have I noticed. So to each their own. I want to show you about this part right here, the actual sipper part. So right there, you see that there are 2 holes. This is so smart to design. You see how it kind of curves to your lip, first of all, which is already genius on its own. This part goes to the straw. So if you wanted to sip, this is where you would drink it from. If you wanted to just throw it back and chug it, that's what this part is for. The smartest thing that I have ever came across in a water bottle. And I also love this too because, again, I always have water at night. Sometimes my kids are in the bed with me and sometimes they're not. But regardless, I can lay this in my actual bed and not worry about it leaking all over the place. If it happens to get knocked over, I don't have to freak out. But also because of this part that locks the lid, my kids aren't strong enough to get into my water, which means no backsplash, which means no digging their hands into the water and getting it all nasty, because that has happened. Just in case you wanted to know what the inside looks like. You just twist the cap off and there's the straw. Stainless steel, just like the Stanley. However, when I bought mine, it said it is not for use with hot liquids, which I'm not quite sure if the Stanley said that it was for use for hot liquids, but you know, that's kind of a bummer. But honestly, I'm really not trying to drink hot coffee or any hot liquid out of this, especially through a straw. I'm not trying to scorch my mouth. So side by side, they're pretty much the same height. Obviously, this is gonna hold a bigger volume of water because, again, it is the 30-ounce and it has that kind of wider cup at the top, whereas this one just holds 24 ounces. Stanley doesn't have a cup that holds 24 ounces that I have anyway, so we're comparing the 30 with the 24, and they're very similar in size. I did also want to show you guys Stanley's 20-ounce and compare it to the 24-ounce. Again, totally different cup, so it is kind of hard to compare. It's kind of almost feels like you're comparing apples with oranges, but it's wider, so it's going to be shorter, whereas this one is just a taller cup. I've never had like a problem with grip, I guess, because it does kind of cave in, if you guys see that. I will say with this 24 ounce, I go through it very quick. When I do fill it up, it goes quick, and I do love the straw option because I've heard the theory that if you drink water through a straw, you'll drink more water, which I feel like is very true for me. So I do tend to lean more towards this. Unless this is dirty, I don't really reach for my Stanleys. I reach for my OWALA, and I wonder if they make them for kids, because I would totally buy my kids one of these. I would love to buy my husband one too for work. I have nothing but good things to say about the OWALA. I do believe OWALA has a 32 ounce and a 40 ounce. I forget if I said that, but I think 32 and 40. So would I recommend the OWALA? I absolutely would. I think it's so much better than the Stanley. Now, Stanley lovers, calm down in the comments, calm down over there. I know that they recently came out with a different type of lid and like a flip straw type thing. I haven't tried that. Hopefully if you were interested in knowing the differences between the two, this video kind of helped you out, kind of introduced you to the OWALA, or maybe you just wanted to see the differences between the Stanley. That was really my goal that I wanted to achieve here. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jasmine. I am a mom to 4 boys, and a lot of my content on this channel ranges from beauty to Disney to mom life. So if that's something that interests you, feel free to subscribe, interact, whatever you want to do, whatever you're comfortable with. I do have an Instagram. It is @itsmejrenee. And without further ado, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.